No, it is exactly that, the start of a brand new week. It's Motivational Monday here at eXpresso this morning, and we chat about a very interesting topic, finding balance in our lives, something that most of us strive for. And our motivational guest this morning, Nikki Bush, speaker and author, joins us to give us her take on finding that balance, something that she believes is actually a bit of a myth. Nikki, that's very interesting. Good morning.
Good morning, Ewan.
Nice. Are you well? Welcome.
I am, thank you.
Awesome. So, finding balance, as I said, something that most of us strive for. We want to find balance in our work, in our family life, in our relaxation time. Is it actually achievable in this modern day and age?
We're actually trying to be all things to all people all of the time, and we try and be good at everything. But that is a myth, because we can't be good at everything all of the time and be all things to all people all of the time.
That's why you say it's a myth.
And so, can we have it all?
Can we have it all?
Well, I think we can, as long as we're very realistic about the fact that we can't have it all of the time.
Okay.
And so what I mean by this is that we're often juggling so many roles and tasks all at the same time. We've got all these balls in the air that we very rarely have time to hold some of them really close to us and enjoy actually what we're doing, because we're just literally jumping from one task, one activity to another. And we tend to pay a lot of partial attention to everything that we're doing, and we don't have a lot of focus.
Okay, so this juggling that you're talking about, this is effectively meaning to be more efficiently, and we need to be able to manage that properly.
Yes, so multitasking is something that I think us women think we do so much better than you guys. And,
well, that's a general
and we're always going, oh, you know, we do it better than you. But actually, in some senses, men actually do things better because they focus more. And women actually wear a lot more hats most of the time. And what we've actually discovered, and what neuroscience has discovered, is that multitasking is not as good for us as we thought it was.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
It reduces our brain efficiency. So while we think we're being efficient in our lives because we're doing so many different things all at once. So, for example, we're sitting in front of our computer, we're punching out a strategy for a client, there are email alerts coming through all the time, there's SMSs coming through, phone calls, people walking in and out, and we kind of do all this stuff.
But I mean, this is how we live our day-to-day lives. It's normal to us.
It is, but the University of Michigan, the neuroscientists there have actually done some research, and they say if we're switching between more than 2 or more tasks at any given time, our actual brain efficiency drops by 50%.
Are you kidding me?
And that's
50%.
Yeah, and the ramifications of that are huge, because it ups our anxiety, it boosts our stress hormones, it actually forces us into premature aging, and even does weight gain.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, because I mean, this is, as I said, this is how we live our day-to-day life. We answer emails, we take phone calls, we chat to the people around us.
And there's another piece of research which is really fascinating. Hewlett-Packard looked at the average worker's efficiency with multitasking.
Yeah.
And they reckon that there's a 10-point drop in your functional IQ when you multitask. Now, that is equivalent to the loss of a night's sleep.
Yeah.
If you smoke marijuana, it's only a 4-point drop.
Okay. Yeah. That's very interesting to know. Yeah. So how do you go about coping then in terms of, working with technology around you? How are you supposed to then find this efficiency that we are talking about still with everything happening around us?
The key is actually to focus more on fewer things, and it's actually quite low tech. So some of the hints and tips are really to do a handwritten to-do list, and then start prioritizing that to-do list. You see, we've become so high tech, and that's all very fast, that we need to become aware of the fact that we're multi-sensory beings, so a slowly written, handwritten list. And then when you're working on something, to switch off those email alerts so that you focus on whatever it is you're doing right now. And the other thing is to actually give time limits to yourself. If you don't look at your list and say, well, that should take an hour, that should take 15 minutes, something that should take 15 minutes could take an hour.
Exactly.
So to put limits on yourself and then give yourself a reward, so that at the end of that task, you get up and do something, once again, multi-sensory. Walk up to the coffee machine and make a cup of coffee. Or go for a walk around the garden if you should work from home. Do something where you either move or you get away from the screen. And even power naps are really good for boosting our neural circuitry again. And they also improve our memory, because one of the offshoots of multitasking is that we have memory loss.
That's very,
our ability to recall really important information is not as good as it should be because we're actually living in a state of partial attention.
Okay. So I can take from our chat right now, one of the most important things you can do is start a task, finish it without distraction.
Yes.
And hence you will also remember better,
Yes.
improve all of that. All right, perfect. Nikki, thank you so much. Lots more of Nikki Bush coming up a little bit later, so don't miss that. But right now, let's take a quick ad break, take a breath, and we'll be back with some great music.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.